Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Speak On It podcast. I am your host, Big Mike. I am here to recap the week of sports. As you know, I cannot do this alone. I'm running a three-man weave tonight. Can't do it. I've got my man, the Mad Producer Podcast, Poppy, in the building.
We're here.
Doing a little better after a Jet win, I see.
Don't care about that.
Crashed out a little last week.
Oh, probably the most viewed pod we've had in a long time. Oh God, that was a tough one. I went back when I was going through and I was looking back at the numbers on that. I was like, what? Listen, crash outs equal views, man. Crash outs equal views.
Crashed out. Need to actually put the reels. We need to get to work on that because that was woo. Love it for you though. And we also have Big T in the building tonight. Anthony's here.
Juan Soto to the Mets. Let's go.
You're a red.
I was about to say, I love how you say to the Mets because you know that your poverty franchise could never afford him. He's not even going to answer
one of the five
phone.
best players in baseball to go to not your team.
Hey, if it means it's not a Yankee, that's all that matters.
We'll get it done.
I have faith. We'll get it done.
I have little faith, but we'll get it done.
He loves him a chop cheese. Get it done. But it's been a long week of sports. We got a lot to go over tonight. Let's just jump right into it. Shockingly, I don't know if we've done this before, but the NFL trade deadline.
The last time we had a trade deadline this crazy. I think it was like 2 years ago. Because that was the one where Hawkinson got traded.
Yeah, when Hawk got traded, and it was like
when Hawkinson got traded, there was like 4 or 5 different trades. Like Chase Claypool got traded, and a bunch of other players got traded. That was like a nasty trade deadline. This one had bigger names though.
This
like
one
outside
had
of Hawkinson,
names.
that one, but this one had names. So I found a cool little graphic on Twitter that somebody just drew a bunch of smiley faces on these players to see who went where. The first trade of the day, I think, was Zadarius Smith to the Lions. I saw
that was the first one.
That this was done during the game. Like I saw that this trade was done like from a couple rumors from like some sources on Twitter that were like, this trade is done. They just have to wait till after the game to do it. And then it was the first one that broke for it, as well as I think the Jonathan Mingo trade kind of came out of nowhere.
That one was
for the Panthers.
The Cowboys don't do anything.
They have nothing. Like they gave up nothing for Mingo. Mingo isn't like this great receiver.
He's not a bum, but he's not gonna move the needle. Like he's not better than Brandon Cooks.
Brandon Cooks is hurt.
Yeah, like he's not better than
like he's a cool like third option, I guess. But like Jonathan Mingo, even like at his best, which was I think like halfway through his senior year at Ole Miss, he still was overshadowed by every other receiver on his team. And then the same thing with Carolina. He was like the 4th or 5th best wide receiver on that team.
You know what he is? He's Tyler Boyd. That's what he is.
Are you upset with Tyler Boyd? Are we blaming Tyler Boyd for the reason that the Titans are where they are, Mike?
I mean, he's dropped some passes, but
maybe Joe Burrow made Tyler Boyd better. I don't know. Anyway, Jonathan Mingo. I'm surprised he was the Panther wide receiver to get traded.
Well, they traded. What you call it?
I thought for sure Adam Thielen was going to get traded.
I thought Thielen was going to get traded too.
I thought there was going to be a world where Thielen and D-Hop were in Kansas
I
City.
was just about to say he had Kansas City written all over him like that.
And that would have been scary. Like, we saw what D-Hop was doing in Kansas City on Monday. Woo!
Having Thielen and Xavier Worthy out there with Pacheco coming back in a few weeks.
Shout out to Kareem Hunt.
Shout out to Kareem Hunt, who's showing
Kareem
he's
Hunt's
still
been
got a
balling.
lot that he can play.
Balling.
I don't know what's going to happen when Pacheco comes back.
You know what's gonna happen to Pacheco? That the white boy with the long blonde hair, he's just not gonna play anymore. I don't know why he keeps playing. He stinks. That kid stinks.
But Kareem Hunt's going to get him some money this offseason.
Mm-hmm. But
although he probably should just stay in Kansas City because that's just
it's just right.
Andy Reid. It's him.
The Cowboys making this move makes no sense because like Cooper Rush is their quarterback for the next 5 weeks.
They didn't need,
and they're not going to win anything.
Well, this was done. This was done before Dak got injured, right?
No, it was done like Dak missed the game with the hamstring. After the game ended, we knew Dak was going to miss time. They made the trade
Monday or Tuesday. Or Monday.
We knew that Monday. Yeah. Monday. This was he was out, and then Jerry still went and traded for him, and I was like,
You see that? This is a Darius Smith fella, Anthony. That's who the Cowboys went and got. That's
you can't afford them.
I mean, I understand the Mingo trade. You need any kind of wide receiver help outside of Lamb. So I don't completely understand the move. I mean, I get it. I mean, Mingo's not great, but he's better than nothing. I mean, they desperately need something on that offense that isn't CeeDee Lamb.
They should probably run the ball.
Yeah, they need to go.
But
they need to go.
No, they can't do that.
That's what they need to go.
They can't run the ball.
They can't run the ball.
You can't run the ball outside of CeeDee Lamb. Nobody can catch the ball. They just are not. Their money is not where it should be. But oh well. The Zadarius Smith trade.
It's all in Doc Prescott's well.
That's the one. The trades was either going to be Zadarius Smith or they were just going to keep calling Vegas and be like, "Hi, is he available yet? Hi, is he available yet?"
Or Cleveland.
Miles Garrett's
I don't feel Miles Garrett.
They were trying to get Miles Garrett too. They were calling Cleveland.
Only if they could get
the same thing that they're doing in Vegas. Hi, is he available? Hi, is he available? That's all they're doing. And then they're like, no, he's not. I'm like, fine, we'll go get Zadarius.
Who's really good.
Who's also very good. So it's like good for them that they needed that. I'm upset that Hutchinson's hurt for this because this would have been really, really fun for him to watch. Their defense is already really good this year. But this would have been really
good last year.
It was terrible last year, but it's amazing.
It was terrible.
It's amazing what a bunch of DBs will do for you.
It's a top 5 scoring defense this year.
Hey, we love that. The Commanders coming out of nowhere for Marshawn Lattimore.
That was the last one to break, and that one had all of us in the chat go, "Oh,
they're going for it."
They're not fucking around. Yeah, not fucking around.
Boy, that Commander secondary.
Marshawn's not going to be able to cover all of that up.
No, but if you could move,
he'll cover some of it up.
It'll help.
If you could move St. Juice to the second spot and try to do it other ways, because there's this one dude on TikTok or Twitter that I see that literally calls PG County Sheriff's Department on Benjamin St. Juice every week. He calls, he's like, "Hey, I got a robbery. This man is stealing money from the Washington Commanders organization." Literally calls the PG County Sheriff's Department. And it's the funniest shit. I look forward to it every week because it's so fucking funny. It's the Commanders secondary focus more on handshakes and breaking up passes. And then they immediately cut to a bunch of videos of them dapping each other up all throughout the game. I would like this Marshawn Lattimore move so much more if they still had Montez Sweat.
Oh, if they still had Sweat, this would be a nasty.
Yeah, they should have never gave him away.
I mean, they didn't.
But the reason you do it is because you think you're going into this rebuild.
Yeah.
They're ahead of schedule.
They're way ahead of schedule.
They're way ahead of schedule. They're like the Texans last year, way ahead of schedule. Where it's like, hey,
it gets scary because if I know one thing, Dan Quinn can eye some talent, so they're going to be nasty in the draft. This Washington team,
because they're going to get younger on the
They
defense.
have a lot of picks. I think they have a lot of picks, if I'm not mistaken, too.
Because right now, their defense is filled with a bunch of old dudes. A bunch of old dudes. If they can get some young, fresh blood in there on a rookie quarterback deal, they could be fucking scary on the defensive side.
I'll tell you right now, I think it's next Monday they got the Eagles. I'm looking forward to that game. I am definitely looking forward to that.
Although I don't know what it's going to prove because either way, Dylan's either going to say the Eagles stink or Washington. I don't know.
I know it really can go either one or two ways.
Either the Eagles stink or Washington are pretending.
I know. I hate this Eagles team. I fucking hate this Eagles team. The only player on that Eagles team.
You got to give credit where credit's due. It's like, listen, I'll get on Jalen Hurts when he's not playing well, but he's been
okay.
He's been better than okay, Dylan.
Players. My problem with the Eagles isn't the players. I said this yesterday. I think my problem with the team is their fucking idiot coach. Like, why do you? They were in a one possession game against the Jaguars where if Trevor Lawrence didn't fuck up at the end of the game, they could have lost because Sirianni decided he wasn't going to kick extra points for no reason.
Yeah, that was stupid.
Reason. Too many games this year that they're in these fucking close games just because of coaching, because of nothing else but coaching. And then afterwards, he talks shit like, "Yeah, we still won. Yeah, well, you're an asshole. You almost lost because of you. You still fucking won. Yeah, you tried to lose.
What did he say after the game, Dylan? What did he say?
Yeah, we fucking won. Yeah." Y'all see that?
I feel like if you owned the team, you couldn't deal with someone like Nick Sirianni. I think you would have fired him like halfway through the season.
I would have fired him. And I would have fired it happily. Happily made him not show up anymore. He's such a fucking scumbag. He's such an idiot, bro. You're in a one possession game against this fucking trash Jaguars team because you didn't kick extra points. You decided I'm not kicking extra points. And if you got that motherfucker running your helm in these close games against better teams, you're going to lose. And you're going to lose in heartbreaking fashion because of you. So my problem with this Eagles team isn't the talent. Even though I still think their defense isn't great, they're figuring it out. I think the young boys at corner are fucking phenomenal. And
Quentin Mitchell, he's nice.
Quentin Mitchell, Cooper DeJean.
He's also very nice.
Dogs.
Yeah, there is sway off
the first couple white boy corners in the NFL in like 30 years. He's spicy white. He's Cajun. He's spicy white. So it's different. But they're dogs. They have guys there. They just need to take the confidence that they get. But Sirianni's the reason they're going to fucking lose games. That's why I don't like that Eagle team. And back to the trade deadline, the Steelers made improvements.
Mike Williams is going to help.
Mike Williams is absolutely going to help because it was literally fucking Pickens and nobody else.
Moonballs to Pickens.
It's Pickens who literally catches everything in the vicinity of him. I think Pickens has 53 targets on the year, and the rest wide receivers on that Steelers team have 50 targets.
Yeah, because what's the tight end's name?
Freiermuth.
Freiermuth?
Yeah, Pat Freiermuth.
It's them two or nothing.
So Mike Williams is absolutely going to help. The Devontae Adams trade ruined Mike Williams for us, where it's he fell down to the fourth receiver. You can't have your fourth receiver making $16 million.
What you giving that money for?
But that's a Mike Williams problem. He wasn't catching on. That's totally on him, to be
But
honest.
the thing is, when Mike Williams on the field, like outside of the couple issues they had with Aaron Rodgers, he was fine. He was fine. He started slow and still trying to figure that out. I still think he's not 100%, but like he was fine when he's there. You get him a jump ball, he's going to get it. I just don't think he had the training right.
He'll have a much better opportunity in Pittsburgh. So I do like that trade.
Because now with Devontae Adams, and like you can't not have Lazard on the field when he's healthy because
he's on IR.
Yeah, he'll be back after the bye. So it's like I know what they're gonna go for, and they're gonna try to incorporate Malachi Corley more. But like, we'll see. Kid, if he's not dropping the ball at the fucking goal line, he's dynamic when he has the ball. So we'll see. But I want to see him more. Malachi Corley has had like 2 games that he's played in. He's been healthy scratches trying to figure out how to play in the NFL. So we'll figure it out. And then Preston Smith. I like this move. Preston Smith is old, but I like this move.
It's a sneaky one because if he's got anything left in the tank, that's a sneaky.
He's only like
the role I see him move for the Ravens. Like that's what he's going to be big in those Ravens games.
Because what is it? Highsmith
left in the tank.
Because he's going to be subbing out Highsmith.
Yeah.
Because TJ Watt's not coming out of the game, and if Highsmith gets injured again, Preston Smith can still play. I don't know what the level he's going to play at, but if he's
I don't know how much treads left on them tires, but
if he's in a limited role, like,
but putting him out there and making Lamar have to think about him on 3rd down and 7,
and then Tre'Davious White to the Ravens. I like this.
I love that move.
I love this because let me tell you about all the NFL outside of Pat Surtain this year. Every corner in football has been getting shredded. Every single fucking corner has been getting shredded.
Every corner. Let's specify Sauce also. Cook.
Sauce too, and let's go with another corner. Marlon Humphrey also has been getting shredded.
Marlon Humphrey's been getting fucking cooked. Jalen Ramsey has also been getting cooked too.
Jalen Ramsey does this a lot though.
Jalen Ramsey got a pick last game though.
Yeah, but
I know that. Let's not do that. I know that. I know he got a pick on Josh Allen.
I've seen a few times.
Like, I'm the Josh Allen hater here. That is all on fucking what's his face, that wide receiver. Josh Allen had to throw a fucking 99-mile-an-hour fastball.
Yeah, that's on Keon Coleman.
He was not ready.
Yeah, Coleman fucking just doinked that shit.
And Ramsey was like, huh? He fell into it.
Yeah, that's not Ramsey. That's just Keon Coleman just being an idiot.
Keon Coleman just, he wasn't, that's not him being an idiot. That's a hot ball. Like that, Steven.
Gotta catch it.
Like if you have
you're an NFL receiver,
Allen, like Pat Mahomes, like your Brett Favre's, your younger Aaron Rodgers, your Matt Stafford's, you sit 3 feet in front of the jugs machine and you have your hands out right there, getting prepared to catch balls that are fucking being thrown 100 miles an hour at you. That's what you do because those guys are the guys who are gonna fling a fastball at you. You better be ready. Brett Favre.
That's true. You saw Calvin Johnson's hands.
Calvin Johnson had just frying pans for hands. He could have caught that shit. Right. Like, if you have any of those quarterbacks with fucking missile launchers at arm, you need to be, like, right here on the jug machine, just right there. Like, okay, and go. All right. And be ready. Shame on Keon Coleman for not being ready for that. But,
and the Bengals, too little, too late.
Khalil Herbert, I don't know what Khalil Herbert does for them.
Too little, too late.
Because he also is too little. Like, oh, he's a spell for Chase Brown. Like, that's cool. Maybe you should have went and got like another player on your defense. Maybe.
They can use a few of those.
Yeah, their defense only gets up for 3 games a year: 2 Ravens games and a Chief game. So I don't. In the Raiders, they got it for the Raiders.
I don't think that's that hard though. I don't know. The Ravens going against Gardner Minshew.
The Ravens couldn't do it. So there's always that. Yeah, wild trade deadline. Wild trade deadline. We love that. We love when teams get busy.
Got busy.
Busy. Except for teams like the Cowboys, who just like it just doesn't make sense. The Cowboys and Bengals really don't make sense. I don't know what you're doing here. Figure it out. Jerry needs to go somewhere else. Steven is fed the fuck up with Jerry Jones. Every Sunday there's a Cowboy game, I need you guys to just like pop in and just check on Steven's temperature. Because Steven, if you think I'm mad, Steven's like, sell this team will be better when Jerry sells the team or dies. Like, I'm so sick of this.
That's what it's looking like.
That, and I was just at the barbershop on Saturday, and they're on the stair. They are on the
Yeah, they're in hell right now.
Dude, they're in hell.
They're in hell right now. It's not good. I know Isaac's like ready to kill. No, well, Mario, I know. Mario has a shorter leash than
Mario is sitting there and he was like, why can't we just be bad? Like, you could have just let everybody walk. Let everybody walk and just let us be bad. Let us draft like Jerry drafts well. Just let us be bad and figure this out.
But no, in between, Micah's coming back.
Listen, this offseason, you tag and trade Micah Parsons.
You can't trade him.
Yeah, you can.
You can't trade Micah
let him
Parsons
walk.
still.
You can't let him walk.
You have to tag him and
Yeah.
pray
Tag
that
and trade.
you can
Tag and trade.
convince him to come
Let
back.
him go. Because when games that matter, who's the one that disappears? Micah Parsons. When games that matter, who's the one talking the most and not doing nothing? Micah Parsons. When the season's on the line, you're on the finalist for Defensive Player of the Year, and you have to get more than 12 sacks, and then you have 5-game stretch where you don't get anything, and you're stuck at 12 for the rest of the year. Parsons. Maybe you're a little bit overrated, Micah Parsons.
Definitely not as good as Aaron Gordon.
Aaron
Donald.
Aaron Donald is the best defensive player of our generation, Michael.
Well, no, that talk was when Micah first popped on the screen. That's what everybody was saying.
Well, I think the biggest mistake they made with Micah Parsons was moving him to defensive end. Take him from his versatility of playing cover linebacker and then rushing. Like, that's the biggest mistake they made, make him a every down defensive end. He's a finesse guy. He can cover. He's all that. He's not going to be there. Like, you got to figure that out. Dan Quinn fucked that up. But Dan Quinn will be the first person to be like, hey.
I would say, yeah, you say that until he ends up on the Commanders and he looks like Aaron Donald again.
Shout out to Aaron Donald. Shout out to 9-9.
What number is Chris Jones?
9-5.
Thought we might have had a segue. No, whatever. Shout out to Chris Jones, though, because the Chiefs are still undefeated and
the only undefeated team, and they are giving me the vibes of the Celtics last year in basketball. Remember how last year I was telling you the Celtics just kind of look bored? They're just kind of la da 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 da, and then once the playoffs come, they'll turn into a monster. And luckily for them, everyone in the East disintegrated. Not that it would have mattered, but everyone in the East disintegrated as they played them. That's what the Chiefs are giving me right now. They're just kind of like, okay, we're just gonna, be here and win and do what we got to do, but we're not turning up. We're not turning up yet. And Monday was pretty close, though.
Monday they realized, hey, we're in a game here. Let's do something here, because I'm sure Baker was talking shit. Because
Baker was out of his mind.
Acknowledge him.
Baker was out of his mind. I don't think Baker stinks.
He's got that dog in him.
Sometimes. Well, no, he always has a dog in him. It just depends on what type of dog. And you know that too, Mike.
Got that dog.
Baker's been on point this year.
Baker
this year, last year, when he flew in from Stop and Shop and beat your Raiders on Thursday night.
Yo.
So flew in from Stop and Shop.
I will never forget that. Baker Mayfield coming in, and we're sitting there like, there's no way the Raiders just let this dude come in the fucking flight, land, and just not know the playbook
and beat them.
just win.
Not a good.
That was horrendous.
But yeah, it's a good game. Patrick Mahomes scared the entire NFL world.
Oh my god, yup.
Oh, if we could play that Denzel meme of that, whoo.
I know which one you're talking about.
Because when he took that misstep and started limp and went down,
every Twitter doctor was like, ACL, he just tore his ACL.
As much as I hate the Chiefs, I don't want that for him.
The NFL is not the NFL without him in it. Although Lamar is that guy. But that was scary. And then Patty said, all right.
Let me run up and down the sidelines really quick like the Ultimate Warrior.
Let me show y'all what it is. And I'm gonna say something that Dylan's gonna love. I don't mind them showing Taylor Swift every touchdown. I don't mind it. It doesn't bother me. She's a celebrity. It's no big deal. It's like showing a celebrity at any other game. It doesn't bother me. Like it bothers me.
No, it's not. It is absolutely not.
What bothers me is every time the Chiefs score and they show her, she looks like she's never seen an NFL play before in her life. Every time it's, oh my God. Relax.
It's almost like it feels
it's not the same as showing any other celebrity because they only show her. Show the other celebrities in the crowd then. Don't show her every fucking first down. Every time Travis Kelce catches a ball. Like, I don't need to see it. Like, I don't care. I don't fucking care.
It doesn't impact the game.
But it annoys me. Like, why do I have to see her? I'm watching football. I could give me empty stadiums again. Give me empty stadiums. I don't need to see anybody. Just give me football.
Nah, you wild.
Give me football. That's all. If that's the extent I have to go to get Taylor Swift off my fucking TV, then I'm good.
I just don't think we need to be alerted every time she enters the building either. Like,
exactly. But that's your fault, Anthony.
So I'm watching the Clippers 76ers game in LA in the Clippers. So Paul George is at the free throw line in front of that wall thing.
The fan wall. Yeah.
And they're all holding up newspaper clippings. It's weird. I don't know
Steve Ballmer's a strange man.
I don't know what's going on. It's this wall thing I thought was stupid. It's cool
College
and it's corny, and it's cool and corny at the same time. I think it would be better if it was like a real fan base. Like, I would love to see Sixers fans get to do this, or Knicks fans get to do Clipper fans. Who are Clipper fans? Like, it's not a thing.
There.
Yeah. But anyway, the only question I really had for this Chiefs game was everyone is scrutinizing your man's Dylan, Todd Bowles, for scoring a touchdown and not going for two.
Yep.
And then Patty.
And hold on, he's not my man. Hold on. We can't let that slide. He's not my man.
former Jet coach and Jet legend.
I hated him when he was with us.
Jet legend. Patty promptly went down the field and scored and won the game. Would you have gone for two?
Yeah.
I would not have.
As
I wouldn't have.
Jet coaches, let me quote a speech from a great head coach of the New York Jets one time, Mr. Herman Edwards. You play to win the game. Hello. You play to win the game. I'm not trying to get you
play to win the game.
In overtime, there's no guarantee of anything. You're not going to see the field. If you don't get the ball and you're playing this fucking team, you're not going to see the field. So why give them that opportunity? Right? I'd rather go for it, go out on my shield, like, hey, I made the play to try to win the football game, as opposed to go to overtime, and the Chiefs get the ball and score first, and now I'm fucking stupid. And I lose anyway.
The problem I have with that is it really sounds like hindsight talking.
No,
Because
I called that in real time.
Had they gone for 2 and not got it, everyone would have been calling him an idiot for that.
It's a lose-lose situation, but as a football guy who knows football and likes football and understands when you do things and when you don't do things, if you're going to win the game to make it difficult for him, then absolutely, like, I get it. I'm not going to shoot you over it. It's something that, like, I'm not trying to shit on the Raiders here, but it's something Antonio Pierce should be taking a look at more too, because he just doesn't go for 2 or go for it on 4th down when they need to anyway. Like,
he's super conservative.
And I'm not saying
amongst other bad things.
It's not. I'm not going to tell every time you got to do it, but there's certain circumstances where it's like,
we have a bye week this week.
Like, that's Pat Mahomes. Let me go for 2 to try to, like, ice this and have to put them in a shitty situation because I trust my defense and what my team's doing.
But what if you win the coin toss and then go down and score a touchdown?
Did they win the coin toss?
But no,
I can only use hindsight.
That's why I'm saying we're going off of hindsight. We're criticizing him off.
Well,
of
here's
hindsight.
the thing. Let's say this: they go for 2, they get it. Now you don't got to go worry about the coin toss because they won.
Sure. Hey, maybe the defense doesn't give a fucking touchdown. Hold them to a field goal at least.
Hey man, I'm not gonna kill Todd Bowles over any of this.
He's getting killed. He's getting
killed. But he shouldn't be. Like, he really shouldn't be getting killed. But, like, I get it. Because
it's the Chiefs.
You play to win the game.
Dylan.
Most of the teams, it wouldn't be this way.
And this fan wall are doing yes chants right now. He missed the free throw, though. He missed the free throw.
Hey man, it's like the college atmosphere where they have like the noisemakers where they're just clapping really loud.
Them doing the yes chant though is crazy.
That's crazy. It's crazy. That's a Seattle thing.
Seattle.
Steve Ballmer's a wild man.
When Seattle gets a new franchise, I need them to be on that type of energy though.
Yes, I agree. Trae Young. Did you hear this Trae Young interview?
Yeah, I'd actually.
Yeah.
We're not in basketball yet, but yeah, I would love to get Anthony's reaction to it. Love to hear it.
I was watching it. I was watching it before we got on. It was very interesting.
I hope these New York fans find their way to the exit real quick. Boo! Take y'all ass home.
Damn, Anthony. Anthony's giggling. Anthony loves it. That's his boy.
Funny. Yeah, that's your man, right? That's your man. That's your man's right there. That's your man. But you want to sit here and tell me about being a Knicks fan and I can do this and can't do that. That's your man's right there. Get him out of here. Can't stand it. Oh, never welcome indictment. Ever. Ever. Anthony watching Trae Young's interview. I don't know So, I mean, we were supposed to be talking about Dak getting hurt, straining a hamstring, ripping a hamstring, something hamstring.
Who cares? He stinks.
I don't even care about the Cowboys. They don't. They're not worth.
They need to start Trey Lance.
I would start Trey Lance.
Well, if you try
they need to start.
Yes.
They need to see.
No, you can't hang one game over him, Dylan. Goddamn.
They need to start him because they need to see what they have because they're probably
exactly.
Well, I think they
one preseason game's not enough, Dylan.
No. But they see this guy in practice every day. Like that has to be.
It's not the same as being thrown into a real game, dude. It's not the same. All right.
But here's the thing: like when you see a guy in practice and he doesn't do well at practice, then like you kind of understand what you got because he's not showing you that he can even win that second job. Like he can't win the backup job. Like, yeah, Cooper Rush is a capable backup, but like there's no way that Trey Lance really isn't seeing the field.
Yeah, but we've seen enough of Cooper Rush to know who he is.
But my point
we've seen enough of Cooper Rush to know who he is. We haven't seen enough of Trey.
They're not even going to be able to keep Cooper Rush. Like,
no,
he's not going to be on the team next year. So why?
And to be honest, him? I would. Well, one, I'm a firm believer Trey Lance stinks. Right, Trey Lance and Anthony Richardson are cut from the same cloth because neither one of them have played games. They just haven't played games. Trey Lance in college didn't really play games. I think he played like 7 games in college, and then COVID happened. Or something around those lines.
Yeah, I played like 13 games in 3 years, something like that.
Yeah, and then he barely played in high school. Like, he's another guy who just has physical tools, right? And he never was really a good quarterback. He played at a shit school in North Dakota State. Like, I'm a firm believer that he's not very good, right? There's a reason why he, like, even after Brock Purdy broke out and played well, that still should have been Trey Lance's job when he came back. Because you're not supposed to lose your job to injury, right?
All coaches don't believe in that.
All coaches don't believe in that. But then it's like Trey Lance gets in there like, well, we can't do it with him. We clearly ran this better with this guy. We're going to keep moving.
He never got to get back on the field, though.
Yeah, but in the small things that we saw.
He didn't play bad. That's the part that I don't understand.
I don't think he ran the quarterback-friendly offense that is the Shanahan offense well. I think he made the most out of it because he's an athlete and he made it work for what it is, but not the way the offense wanted to be run.
I don't even think he got 8 games though.
No, but that's just what happens when you keep getting hurt.
But
and then you get to Dallas, and then like this goes back to the other conversation that we had in the chat the other day. When do we care about what preseason is? Because when guys play well, it's like, okay, cool, like it's promising. But when guys play bad, it's like, it's preseason.
Well, you're asking the wrong person that question.
I know, but I'm holding Trey Lance accountable for playing horrible against guys who aren't going to make the team. Right? That speaks to me. If you play bad against guys who are literally just trying to make a 53-man in a practice squad, and you throw 5 interceptions, that's a you problem.
It is
a problem more than anything. And so
let's not have he did everything bad.
I mean, if you throw 5 interceptions in the game, everything's bad, right? And then you go through the whole training camp process. And he played all preseason too, so he was bad all preseason. And then you have all that, and then you go into a regular season, and you see him in practice every day. Some guys just don't have it, and there's a reason you don't see him because you're like, I see enough in scout team, I see enough in practice to know this guy's probably not it. And it's probably better off.
But for Dallas, what do you have to lose?
Games, and Jerry doesn't want to do that. I think if you're Jerry and you're struggling with your money, the best thing you could do financially would be not play Trey Lance because you have to pay him after this year to stay because this is like his last year on the deal, and they're not picking up the 5th year because they'd have to pay him like $20 million. If he didn't, you keep him on this fucking ridiculously small contract for 4 years, and then you see what it turns into. If he comes out there and he balls, now you have to let him either walk or pay him more. So I think the thing is, like, let Cooper Rush in, try to keep you in to win games, and because the NFC as a whole really isn't that good. So, like, you could still find a way into the playoffs. See if Cooper Rush can win those games while Dak is out, and see what you could do there. Because Jerry doesn't want to be bad. The Cowboys don't make money if they're bad.
Even though that's not true either.
It's not true, but like you don't get the publicity that you get when you're the Cowboys if you're just horrendous. Yes, that's what he wants. Nobody's talking about me right now. I don't like this. So like I completely understand why you don't do it from that aspect.
They stink.
They do. We agree. And then you're gonna throw Trey Lance in with no wide receivers because CeeDee Lamb's got like a fucked up AC joint in his shoulder as well, and he's not 100%. And CeeDee Lamb's gonna throw a fit when Trey Lance overthrows him.
I know.
You're asking for Trey Lance to just get fucking killed. They ruined the confidence before he even has it.
Let's see what they do against Philly this week.
Lose. That's what they will do. Cowboys can't stop the run. Like it's a bad spot. It's a bad spot.
Ooh, Barkley's going for like 150.
Saquon Barkley plus 2
Easy.
touchdowns. Just book it every
Yep.
week. Just book it every week. Free money. Free money.
That's gonna get ugly real fast.
You take a segment off, Anthony, because this next segment's for me and Dylan as we go into the world of college football. Football as the first college football polls was released. And listen, I don't really care about nothing on there but the number 3 team, the undefeated Miami Hurricanes. This is our year. It's our year. It's our year. Y'all gonna see. Y'all gonna see.
Mike.
You're gonna see. Gonna see.
If the playoffs started now, y'all are in a horrendous spot. A horrendous spot.
Well, it's not ideal having to play Alabama, Texas,
or
Georgia.
like that's horrendous. If
not
there's 2 teams you don't want to play, it's them.
Wish we
those
were
are
in
the 2
Oregon
teams.
spot, but
especially because y'all really aren't playing anybody either.
We're gonna find out, aren't we?
No, why? What's all right, Jerry Jones?
We're gonna find out.
Like, I think Miami's playing really well right now. I think Cam Ward is the leader for the Heisman right now, especially after last week. Like, he did his thing. Granted, game shouldn't have been close.
That boy bad.
That game shouldn't have been close.
Doesn't
but
matter.
It does. But he had Heisman again. Yeah, that's fine. You win all you want, but you're playing not great teams because the ACC stinks. But like, it is what it is. So if I'm you, I'm hoping Penn State figures that shit out and moves up and can win that shit so you can play Penn State.
I don't know.
Play Penn State. I'd rather play Penn State than Alabama or Texas.
I don't want to play Texas. I don't want to play Texas.
I wouldn't want to play Alabama
does
either.
Not scare me. They don't scare me. Their defense ain't what you think it is. That defense ain't what
Listen, you sound like a fan of a team that's not in the SEC who thinks that we can beat Bama. We can beat Bama. That Bama walk in and be like, we got beat by Bama. We got beat by Bama. You can't do that, Mike.
I just don't like being in Georgia's side of the bracket. That I don't like.
I
want
be
no
honest,
parts of them until the championship game.
I don't like you guys in an Oregon bracket or a Georgia bracket.
I think we could play with Oregon because it's going to be a shootout.
BYU is only here because they have to be.
They're just here. Oregon. I mean, I'm not going to say they have a bye because honestly, that Indiana or Tennessee, that's not going to be an easy out.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to be an easy out for them. But it's a bye for Ohio State if they can beat Boise. If they can figure out how to stop the run,
if they can stop Ashton Genty, then they're going to win.
They're going to win, and they're going to blow through BYU.
That man averages 1 billion yards a game and 1 billion touchdowns a game. So
BYU's just here. But
the crazy thing is Ashton Genty is going to be top 4 in Heisman voting, but he's not going to win because he had an off game, which was like 130 yards. And that's an off game. Like, that's insane. Like, actually insane. And it's going to be Cam Ward because he's balling out. He's probably going to finish undefeated. And they're going to win the ACC handily because ACC stinks. And then they're going to make the playoff. It's like,
my question for you, Dylan, is what happens if Alabama loses to LSU this week?
Oh, Alabama's out.
Done. Does LSU sneak in? Or does Texas A&M sneak in?
it'll probably end it. Well, who's LSU? Oh, LSU beat Alabama. That would probably put them 10 because everybody else would have to move up, right? So, if anything, if Alabama loses, that moves Boise State up. And then I think A&M would take over the 12 spot.
That's what I mean. I think A&M moves in.
Well, hold on.
Do you give it to LSU because they beat
Where's
Alabama?
LSU ranked now?
15.
Ugh. And Texas A&M isn't playing a ranked team, are they?
Nope. They're 13th, and they're not playing a ranked team.
Cool. Yeah, A&M has to sit out.
That's
you have to give that to LSU.
Or does SMU? I don't even, because I don't think they're going to vote. SMU's
not going to make it.
They need a miracle.
At this rate, the ACC championship game is going to be Miami SMU. So, like, SMU might as well just stay there. They're like, there's no point in moving them any higher up, to be honest.
Which is weird because I think Miami could lose that game and will still be in.
Yeah.
Like, we'll still be,
there's no way
loss.
Miami is out of the playoff.
Yeah.
There's no way. Unless they lose.
They'd have to lose it twice. They'd have to lose.
And then even still, I think they could get in at 12.
Yeah.
If they lost twice. Because there'd be no reason to, like, not have them there. But, yeah, no. LSU, if they beat Bama, you kind of have to just swap Boise and Bama.
I hate Bama. I like LSU. I want the chaos.
If you're a real agent of chaos like me, Mike.
Here we go.
Army.
Here we go.
Army. We need Army.
You need Army, and you need a lot of losses.
And a prayer. Army and a prayer. Let me get Army. Army in the playoff.
You need Penn State to lose again.
Which will happen.
You need Tennessee to lose again. You need LSU to lose. You need LSU to beat Alabama and then turn around and lose. And then you might need Alabama to lose again because I don't know. Well, it'd be hard to put a 3-loss Alabama in over an undefeated Army.
No, yeah, you can't put a 3-loss Alabama unless the other teams in the top 12 start to lose. You can't put a 3-loss Alabama team in. All I know is I'm praying to Lee Corso to find a way to get Army into the playoff.
Won't happen. Because Notre Dame is going to beat them, by the way.
Are they?
Yes.
Are they?
Notre Dame
Stop putting this bad juju into the world. All I need for you is just be like, you know what, Dylan? I'm rooting for chaos, too.
The only chaos I'm rooting for is Alabama losing.
As long as it's not at Miami's expense, I will give you this. As long as it's not at Miami's expense, root for chaos with me. Get in the mud, Mike. Get in the mud. Get in the mud. We're putting it in the world. Like, I put into the world FSU not making the playoff last year. From the fucking jump, I put that into the fucking world. Into the world. And what happened, Mike?
Oh, what a time we live in. They fucking stink.
Not only did they not make the playoff, they also fucking stink. And they're cursed until that guy eats the dog shit.
Stink. Miami beat them by 1 billion times.
Did you see that another fan ate the dog shit to try to cover up for the original guy? That's not how curses work, buddy.
Nope.
That's not how curses work.
Nope. You just wasted
the original man has to eat that dog shit. You can't just in proxy take over the curse and eat the dog shit. That's not how it works. You think we convinced Roz to eat the dog shit if it got the curse?
No. No.
Roz also doesn't want to acknowledge that as a curse.
Yeah, it's not real.
Shame on him. Real. The second that man comes back and eats the shit,
all will be right with the world.
All will be right in the world. FSU will be competitive again. Who knows?
And we'll be reminisce before we move on to basketball. We got to talk about Coach Prime. I don't want to talk about Coach Prime because I don't want to boost them up too much because those boys don't do good with pressure.
No, they do not.
But boy, oh boy, no pressure, them boys is out here.
They play in the perfect conference. They play in the perfect conference because nobody plays defense in the Big 12.
And their defense is horrendous.
Horrendous. Outside of Travis Hunter.
And I saw, that there's a pathway for them to get in this college football playoff.
Mm-hmm.
The ratings, Dylan. The ratings
through the roof.
Crazy. Colorado, Notre Dame first round game. The
problem is we'd be watching. Not even it's not going to happen. I think there's a way for that to happen. I don't want to watch primetime get dog walked.
Because all of these teams
are dog walking them.
I don't think they could beat Boise.
No, they can't. I don't think so either.
I don't think they could beat Boise. I don't think they could beat BYU.
No, I also
Indiana.
don't think so.
Literally, I'm looking at it. I wouldn't pick Colorado over any team on this screen.
Nope.
Including the ones on the side. SMU.
Yeah, no, I was about to say that too. I wouldn't take them anywhere. It's just the way the cookie crumbles. They're not that good.
And when do we start talking about? Because it's crazy. Because they wanted Coach Prime fired this year. We literally talked about that on the show. They wanted him fired. They might. What happens next year if Prime stays and he doesn't have an NFL quarterback? Because then what? Because he has 2 NFL players on offense and on defense. One on defense.
He's got a couple NFL players on offense. That wide receiver room is more than likely
also really good.
He's an NFL player.
So what happens when Prime don't got that talent?
Prime won't be coaching at Colorado. I think Prime's would be looking at these potential firings in the SEC.
Florida State's got his name, but he's still mad at them.
He won't ever go to Florida State. They just extended homeboy in Florida State, so he's not going anywhere.
Think Florida State ain't got the money the way this season's going to say, nah, you got to go, buddy?
After 1 year? After
Dylan,
just getting that extension?
Dylan, they are.
They're bad, but like
he's lost the locker room. You can tell.
Don't worry. The cool thing about college football is those guys the locker room can leave. Norvell just got extended. I think they're gonna give him 1 more year before they get rid of him if they repeat this. But you can't get rid of him yet. Not off of that. I think
sure Roz does. Roz fires everything.
Fickle ass. To be honest here, I have a feeling that LSU is going to open up if they don't make the playoff. Ohio State, if they fuck around and miss the playoff or lose in the first round, I think Ryan Kelly's out too.
I think he is out, but I don't see
Ryan Day. I'm sorry,
Ryan. I don't see Prime going to Ohio State though.
I do.
That doesn't seem to fit. What I do see Prime fitting would be Penn State.
No, Franklin's not going anywhere.
They love him there, but
yeah, James Franklin's not going nowhere. The only way Prime is going to get a top tier school.
I don't think Ohio State is. I mean,
Ohio State is it. Like out of all these jobs,
the expectations there are too. He'll have the talent, but like,
listen, Ryan Day has a talent and doesn't really know what to fucking do with it. Prime brings in NFL coaching staffs. And Ohio State is an NFL factory. They'll go to Ohio State no matter who the fucking coach is. Mm-hmm. So then you put the Prime sticker on it. I think that's where we're looking at. I thought I didn't anticipate Saban retiring last year, but like I thought Prime was going to be the next coach of Alabama.
Shit, Alabama lose a couple more games. He still might be.
No.
Lose a couple more games. They losing their minds down there.
Hey. But yeah, no. I thought if Saban didn't retire, Prime was absolutely going to be the coach of Alabama. Absolutely. Or Clemson.
Clemson's interesting.
Clemson's an interesting spot.
Prime can't run down that hill, though.
He won't. Because he won. Prime likes to make everything about him, but not like that. Not the way Dabo does. Fuck Dabo, sweetie.
I knew you was gonna say that. You don't like him.
I don't like Dabo, sweetie.
You know who I don't like?
Trae Young.
The dirtiest for him too. Fuck Trae Young. The dirtiest player in the NBA, Joel Embiid. I don't like him either.
But
I can't get mad at him for his recent shenanigans.
correct.
Getting suspended for 3 games for pushing Marcus Hayes, I think his name is. I've seen that man before, but they got into a argument where Joel was talking to him about a column he wrote that he referenced Joel's late brother and newborn child in criticizing Joel's effort. Joel obviously did not take kindly to these words. An argument proceeded. Joel ended up pushing this man. And now Joel is suspended for 3 games for whenever he's healthy, which apparently will be starting like tonight, and he'll be back next week for the Knicks game, conveniently enough. But thoughts on the Joel suspension? Did you read the column?
I read a good amount of it. I don't think he should have been suspended, but actually suspending him isn't really a punishment. What they should do is make him play 3 straight games. They should make him play back-to-backs as but no, man, I'm fully for sticking up for yourself when some of these reporters kind of get out of pocket. And,
it was out of pocket thing to write.
It's out of pocket.
He should have got suspended because you can't put your hands on someone in the media. You can't do that.
No, yeah, I get it,
but is he wrong?
That reporter should be disciplined too.
Yeah, well, that's not going to happen.
That's never. No. You're the journalistic integrity. When you look at it that way, you look at it from a standpoint where nothing's really off the table if you're trying to get your story. But there's a respect aspect of it that needs to be remembered that these people are people at the end of the day, and no newspaper or website or anything is going to hold any writer accountable for that unless it's completely egregious and you're getting to sexual assault stuff and all that shit where it's just you can't let that go. Exactly. Talking about what you talk about, you could easily just let that go. If you're a company, sweep it on the rug, it is what it is. So
yeah, no, he messed around. He found out. I think he's lucky Joel didn't swing on him, but
yes,
there was just no point. I read the article. There was just it had no purpose. It had no purpose except you could tell it was personal. He could have wrote what he wrote without mentioning his brother or his son.
Mm-hmm. It was Philly been talking pretty loose about Joel Embiid recently, and it's kind of he came out and was like, "We forgot what I've done for this fucking city. This is what we're doing. They're gonna drive him out."
Honeymoon's over. Losing to the Knicks last year hurt their pride, and I love that for them. I love that we were. I love it.
Well, yeah, when you're getting ran out of MSG and you're getting ran out of your own home court too. I
just don't understand. I don't understand how Philly fans could be upset with him, to be honest, because he gets hurt, but when it comes to the playoffs, he is playing hurt. He's doing what you would expect out of your superstar, which is I'm out there even though I'm fucking dying out here. I'm all fucked up. I got X, Y, and Z wrong with me. And it's been like that for years where he comes into the playoffs banged up and he's still you know what? I'm here. I'm going to at least try to be here and help. There's really nothing more besides win a championship. There's nothing more he can do.
The second round.
It's hard. Like winning is hard. Winning is hard. There's a reason teams don't just win titles. Like teams shit happens. But like you can't be the fan base that runs your star out. Because then you're not going to get any for a while.
Unless you draft
them. And that's a crapshoot.
Oh,
unless it's this year where there's five straight guys you can take. We're good.
The Thunder have lost their first game this season. Lost to the Nuggets, who are determined to make me look like a fool. Nuggets have not lost since. Feels like they haven't. Cool. Still early.
I did not know where you guys got this thing where all these teams who just beat the Nuggets in the playoffs. I don't know where y'all came up with all that shit.
I mean, as we sit here, well, before we go into the Nuggets, Anthony, do you have anything on Embiid suspension, or you?
You know, even though it's not completely the same, I kind of think about the whole Jason Kelce situation. You know, with the fan basically saying some wild shit about his brother, like, you know, and then he just went up to him, took his phone, and just smashed it on the ground, and just, you know, it's not the same situation, but it's kind of similar, where it's just like you have these people just antagonizing these athletes, forgetting that they're people. At the end of the day, you know, you don't come after people's family. Like, that's just wild, crazy, disrespectful. Like, and you expect these people to just always be professional. No. It's the same thing with Embiid. It's just like Jason Kelce, yeah, he's a goofball. You don't want to fuck with him. you definitely don't want to fuck with him. That's not somebody you want to step to at the end of the day, man. These people they need to have some damn respect. It's too much attention whoring going on with these fans and these reporters and shit.
Not only that, I think what's happened is Twitter and social media has conditioned people to think you can say whatever you want and there's no consequences.
Yeah.
But there's consequences to your actions and to your words. And people have a hard time believing and dealing with that in all walks of life. So that's to me is what happened was he didn't think Kelce was going to do that. He thought he was going to be able to troll,
Mm-hmm.
and I walk away. Nah. There's consequences today. You're lucky I ain't punched you in the face, but yeah, now your phone's broke. What? Marcus Hayes, you're lucky, Joel Embiid. I'm gonna talk about your dead brother and your son, and knowing
that's so fucked up.
You because I assume you can't hit me because I'm the media. You can't hit me. Yeah, no. Mess around and find out. Because you're lucky that went only to the level it did because Joel is, I've said it, he's the dirtiest player in the NBA. I think he's a dirty player. He is also 7'1", 290 pounds. That's not the man you want to piss off. So mess around and find out if you want to, because I'm sure Marcus Hayes is like 6 feet tall. Like, it's tough talk with the pen when you think you got protection until you don't. But yes, the Nuggets. I mean, I still stand by what I said.
Me too.
I still think the Thunder are better than them. I still think Sacramento is better than them.
Mm-hmm.
Phoenix is making me feel better. I love that they're proving Dylan wrong every day.
They're not proving me wrong. Is the playoffs yet?
They're proving you wrong.
Is the playoffs yet? They can't prove me wrong until they don't get out of the first round.
Lakers are making me a little nervous, but they're gonna have growing pains. So that's 4 teams right there, Anthony. That's 4 teams, and I still believe in I still believe in Dallas and Memphis. So, like, the Nuggets,
it's almost like we forgot that
but
the Nuggets have the best player in the world on their team.
But those teams are better than their team.
I was about to say, they can have the best player. It doesn't mean they have the best team.
Well, we're talking about who would win That is true, but sometimes the best player on a average team can take you far, can take you farther at the end of the day.
And we've seen a lot of times the best player have their teammates show up and lose to inferior teams, like that fucking Timberwolves team last year. They shouldn't have lost to that Timberwolves team. They shouldn't have lost to them.
No, they should.
Tell Jamal Murray to show up. It's not Jokic's fault.
But he got the best player.
He is the best player.
Yeah, he can only go so far.
So I'm not worried.
I'm not.
It's
I know
eight games in and 9 games in. Like I'm not. This is not the time to be doing anything. Like the Nets are fucking top 5 in the fucking East. Like
Nets 26.
Nets 26.
The Nets have a better.
Yeah,
You can't say anything, Dylan. You hate that, right?
I hate it. I fucking hate it. I hate it. Like
Giannis to Brooklyn.
What?
Giannis to Brooklyn.
No, I don't want that. Like you guys should be ashamed of more wins than you guys. Should be fucking ashamed.
Like you said, it's early, Dylan. It's 9 games into the season.
You should be ashamed.
You only have a better record because we lost to Atlanta tonight because we went 2-2 on our road trip.
Okay, again, that's why I waited for this because we were both 500, but now you guys are below 500. Should not be here. This should not be a thing.
We're still trying to figure out certain things. We got a new team. All right, it's early.
You have a new team. I have a new coach. Turns out Jordy Fernandez is a really fucking good coach. I should have known this. Watched him with that ragtag group in Canada. Should have known this. Trade everyone. Trade everyone. This is diabolical. Jordy Fernandez doesn't know we're not supposed to be winning games.
You should be excited.
No, I shouldn't be.
You should be excited because the Bucks stink.
This net. Well, I should be excited because the Bucks stink because I have their draft pick. I have their draft pick. That's why I'm excited. The Bucks stink. I don't want Giannis. Send Giannis anywhere else. I don't care. I don't want it. This net team.
Imagine not wanting a top 5 player.
I don't want him. I don't want him. I hate him. I don't want him. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. Let me be bad. Let me be bad. Let me be bad. That's all I want. Let me be fucking bad. Let me build organically and then do it afterwards, right? Like, there's no point in right now trying to get Giannis and be like, yo, we're going to be a team that plays in the first round and loses. That does me no good. No good. All that does is take me out of the race for Cooper Flag. Like, that's all. That's it. I don't want that. Or Dylan Harper or Ace Bailey or VJ Edgecombe.
Shout out.
Like, don't take me out of that race. If Sean Marks goes and gets Giannis, I'm going to fucking jump out this window. I'm going to jump out this window. Because why are you going to handicap yourself for that? This net team is just built on a bunch of fucking role players.
Because he's a top 5 player, Dylan. That's why.
I don't give a fuck.
I don't care. I don't. So you'd rather bet on a college prospect than Giannis.
The team's not ready for a top 5 player. That's the.
What do you mean they're not ready for a top 5 player? Like
you don't get a top 5 player unless you're ready to contend for a title. If you're not ready to contend for a title, don't get me the top 5 player.
How about getting a top 5 player to be a playoff team and then build from there?
Don't care. Again, there's no point in being in the playoffs unless you can contend. That's it. There's no point in being it. These teams that are in like 7-8 in that purgatory where they know they're not going to.
So that's the Hawks every year.
Andre Drummond just airballed a free throw.
We love that. The Hawks every year. The Hawks are in purgatory. The Hawks have been in. Hawks haven't been in the playoffs since they beat you guys in the first round 3 years ago.
The Hawks, the Bulls, just chronic playing team.
Yeah, like don't. Why do I want to be that? I don't.
But even then, I'd be a betting man to say that because again, your team's not as bad as you think, as much as you want to feel that way.
It should be worse.
If you guys had Giannis, I think you guys could be a 6 seed
and lose in the first round.
I'm not talking about whether or not you're going to win or lose in the first round. I'm just saying you guys could be a 6 seed.
The thing is, in order to get Giannis, you have to give up pieces, right? And then the team that works right now gets worse. right? You lose the depth, you lose the guys that are the reason you're there, right? So you go and you get Giannis. You can't really do much else because we had to give up a bunch of draft picks. We had to do the X, Y, and Z, right? The team isn't the same. You're going to be a 6 seed. You're going to have to play the 4 seed. The 4 seed is going to be a better team because they gelled longer. They've been together. They're a well-coached team. Like 6 regardless, even worse, right? That does me no good. No good. None. I don't want it. If you're going to do that, Giannis, just stay on the Bucks for the rest of the year or get traded to Miami, whatever. Like, I don't care. Right? The team isn't ready to be there yet. So there's no point in having that. You're trying to accelerate the process inorganically, and it doesn't work that way. It doesn't work. Let me be bad.
Milwaukee's bad.
Milwaukee's horrendous. Milwaukee's the worst team in basketball.
Milwaukee looks old. That's what they look. They look old.
And they're a poorly coached team. And they're a poorly coached team.
Doc Rivers needs to just retire, man.
Doc Rivers sucks. He's a bad coach. And the problem is, like, the only reason, like, Giannis is being linked to fucking Brooklyn is because of Ben Simmons, which is the wildest story I think I've ever heard. And for that to be a legitimate story is, like, mind-boggling to me. That he likes and respects Ben Simmons' game and they are friends. That's crazy. That's fucking crazy to me.
Love that for you.
You guys also have draft capital, too, that you can give Milwaukee.
Insane that I'd have to get rid of everybody else, but I'd have to keep Ben Simmons on my team for Giannis. And then you want to talk about the real nightmare scenario is if that bitch Thanasis ends up on this team. Because
then
you think I have beef now? You think I have beef now? Oh my god! If I have the Antetokounmpo clan on my team, I
will be your favorite player. Hustle,
livid.
I know. It'll be
culture.
Livid.
Like I said in the chat, Dylan, when he gives you a 40-point triple double, I want you to still be livid. All right?
Nothing will change if this happens. I put it on my children's lives. Nothing will change. Nothing will change. I have an eternal beef with Giannis Antetokounmpo that will never die
until he brings you a championship.
One, that's not going to happen. Two, I still will hate him.
He's not going to put that scenario in his head, Mike. He's not going to entertain that.
I didn't say if you got beef.
No, yeah.
To quote the great Cardi B, if you got beef with me, you got beef with me forever. And that's how I'm going to treat it.
Okay.
That's how I'm going to treat it. Because one, he can't win a championship unless everybody in front of him fucking just rolls over and explodes anyway. So we'll figure that out. But nope, we can't. Giannis can't be on this team. Anywhere else. 29 other teams. Goodbye. 28 other teams because you can't go on the Bucks. Goodbye. Brooklyn don't want you. See you later.
Brooklyn doesn't want him. You
nope.
Want him.
Nope. There's a lot.
Yeah, you don't want him done.
Nope.
Brooklyn is going to open the floodgates for him.
Nets Twitter is all aligned on this. Getting Giannis does not help us right now. I'm looking for.
Y'all just like losing. Y'all just really like losing.
I want to lose. That's the thing. I want to lose. I finally have my draft picks. I want to lose. That's it. It's not a matter of liking losing. I want to lose. That's what I want. I finally have a position where we have a good draft. I have my picks. Let me go get one of these guys. I haven't had a lottery pick since Derek Favors.
All right, workout.
Not
Bad.
good.
Not good. Because then we traded all of our lottery picks for the rest of forever. Dame, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, picks that turned into Kyrie Irving anyway. Like, I watched 3 all NBA players get drafted with my draft picks. My draft picks.
You sound hurt.
Yeah, I am hurt.
We were going to talk about Cleveland. They're the only undefeated team now since the Thunder lost to the Nuggets.
Going to the championship. They're way
I'm
too
tired.
early.
I'm tired. I don't feel like talking about Cleveland. They're going to get punched in the face in the first or second round anyway. So let's get fantasy focused on this. So you can get on out of it. So you can get on out of here. Nice, tidy episode. The
Shut up.
All right. So we wait for the beat drop here before we talk about the confidence points because there has been a change in the lead. Michael.
Yeah.
You are in first place.
Yes, sir.
By 1.
Yo, the fuck?
Yeah.
Mike with 30. Roz with 29, me with 25, Anthony with 20.
Ooh, Dylan, you falling behind, Dylan.
I did. I had a couple bad. I need to stop picking the Bears.
Yeah, you need
I need to stop picking the Bears. If I would have kept my pick, I would have been just a couple Mueller points behind you, but we fucked it up. I didn't write down James's pick, so I have to go back and find it. So right now he has question marks, but based off of the points that he has from last week and how the Titans won, he's still under 20. So I believe he's 19. He has 19, but we will figure that out. But Anthony, since you are still in almost last place, you go first.
That hibachi dinner you're gonna buy me, Anthony? That tastes delicious.
Shut your ass up, man.
I'm telling you right now. I'm ahead of you. It's gonna be hibachi, and I'm gonna hit them pockets. Sake for
Make
everybody.
his pockets hurt.
Sake for everybody.
Oh god, don't call it a comeback. Alright, my 3-pointer. I'm gonna go with the Chargers over the Titans.
Oh,
He hates the Chargers. It's crazy.
that's why I'm like, oh shit.
My 2-pointer, I'm gonna go with the Lions over the Texans. And my 1-pointer, I'm gonna go with Buffalo over Indianapolis.
All right. Luckily here, there's still some other games that I want to pick because I wanted to take that Bills game. I wanted to take it.
Spoiler.
But
You know where I'm going.
so I'm going to take this before Mike can take it. I'm taking the Eagles over the Cowboys.
Oh yeah, Raiders have a bye week.
Gotta take the Eagles, huh?
Eagles over the Cowboys because the Eagles are much better than this broken Cowboy team.
Uh-huh. Welcome to picking the Eagle bandwagon. Because you know who's been doing it for me? Them Dirty Birds.
Don't worry, because I'm also taking the Dirty Birds because I'm taking the Falcons over the Saints as my second pick. And shocker, I'm going nothing but birds. What happened to that boy? I'm taking the Baltimore Ravens over the Cincinnati Bengals.
That was my 3-point pick.
For my one.
Ooh, is that your 3-pointer or your 1-pointer?
That's my 1-pointer because I know it's a division game.
I'm confident in that game because Lamar Jackson is better than Joe Burrow's bum ass.
Lamar Jackson's team is better than the team, yeah.
Lamar Jackson is better than Joe Burrow.
No, I'll give you that. I'm not gonna fight that.
But since
I don't know. Joe Burrow's been playing out of his mind this
Joe
year.
Burrow's a dog. You can't deny Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow's a dog.
Dog.
It's just Lamar's more versatile. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
But since Dylan wants to take it, and I get to sit here in the catbird seat and just oversee and decide if I want to just match and pad my lead or add to my lead, this week I will take the course of adding to my lead.
Ooh.
Because if there's
There's still more games on here that I like.
one thing for sure, one thing for certain. As much as it's always been just bet against New England, it's also always bet against the Jaguars. Give me the Vikings.
That's it. That was the one.
The Vikings for a whole 3-pointer.
From 45 feet.
Dylan took my 2-pointer when he took Philly over Dallas, because that was going to be my 2-point pick. But it's okay. It's okay. Because we're going to take the New York Football Giants in Germany. Give me 2 points. Give me Giants over. And my one.
You say you're trying to add to your lead, Mike.
My one, you will see. My 1-pointer. We will be very cautious, very conservative. Give me Buffalo over the Colts, because I hate the Colts. You get no points for that. You get nothing.
I reward you with no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
When the Giants win this game,
I just don't want anything to do with any of these foreign games.
I understand.
Especially when it's the foreign suck bowl, where they decided, hey, Germany, we're going to give you the worst of the worst that we have to offer. These two losers. Hope you guys hate football when we're done with you.
Giants will get it done. Giants defense travels. There's no one playing offense for Carolina anymore.
Xavier Legette.
He can't beat the Giants defense by himself.
I don't know. I could probably line up a wide receiver right now and beat Deontay Banks on a slant. So, because that boy stinks.
They're gonna be doing that sexy Dexy dance over in Germany. They're gonna be doing. Gonna take over.
Yeah, Giants gonna feast on that line though. They are going to feast on that line. Jesus.
Do you guys have an honorable mention game that you're like, I was thinking about it?
Yes. I think that. Well, I mean,
Chiefs and Broncos for me. Chiefs over the Broncos.
Baltimore. I'm very confident. Baltimore.
I was this close to taking Steelers over Commanders.
I don't trust it. That's
a game you stay away from.
I trust TJ Watt. If anybody
that's still too close to cover.
Daniels, it's TJ Watt because he sees Lamar Jackson twice.
Detroit over Houston also was on my radar.
And I was this close to taking Rams over Miami.
I don't want no parts of that.
That's also that game can go either way.
Rams over Miami.
Want no parts of it.
And
I almost thought Arizona, but
I also like this Bucs Niners game. I would have picked the Bucs.
I like the Jets over the Cardinals too.
I don't.
No, the other way around for me. I was close to picking Arizona, but I think the Jets might be able to. I think the Jets might have found their stride. That's why I didn't want to touch that game.
I do think I think they will beat Arizona.
Yeah,
but not for a confidence pick, just a regular pick.
I am fighting every urge of hope fighting it.
Well, Dylan, regardless of what you want, I think the Jets are still a better team than the Cardinals.
I know it's not a matter of what. I don't care. That's the thing. I don't care. I thought my season was lost after the Steelers game. Like, I don't care. The worst thing you can feed me right now is hope. Like, if the Jets go on a run, it's the worst thing you can give me. The worst thing you have to give me, and I have to fight it. I have to fight it.
Want it for you.
I have to fight it. Because the last thing I need is what I said last week come true, where they give me enough hope and then they just lose enough games to not make the playoffs and then ruin my draft pick. Because this Jets team, the way they do things, they're going to do just enough to be like, yo, we're going to win 8. We're going to and then right out the
I mean, like, I told you it's the winning had to start last week. It started last week, so gotta keep winning.
I don't give a fuck. Fuck this team.
You guys beat the Cardinals. You beat the Cardinals this week. You got a home game against the fucking Colts next week.
To win.
You can say what you want, Dylan, but
no, it's not. No,
that's a win.
5 and 6 was a whole lot different, don't it?
Nope.
Yeah, it does. Because the rest of the division stinks. Dolphins can't close out games.
Dolphins can barely compete in games. But we'll see. I'm not, again, you can't serve me hope. I am a recovering hope addict.
If the Jets get to 7 and 6, you should start having hope.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
7 and 6.
Hope will return when I see 10. You have to prove to me, like, this team has fucked with me enough this year. You have to prove to me. You have to prove to me you can do it.
So they have to go 7 and 1, basically.
Yeah, you would be.
They have to go 6 and 1.
If they got to 10, you'd be unbearable.
Yeah, but again, you've done enough to fuck with me. So like now, I will not believe in you unless you can show me that you can do it. If you can't show me you can do it, then I did the right thing by not caring. Like you've already fucked me once this year. I'm not gonna allow myself to get fucked again. That's my rant.
I'm just looking at the rest of the schedule. It looks possible. That's all I want to say. It looks possible.
Schedule. Move on. We deal with it when we get there. Again, we take one week at a time. You prove me you get to 10, I'm happy, and I'll be back on the board. But right now, I'm at the train station reading the newspaper.
Those are our confidence picks for this week. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, follow us, hit that notification button so you can know when we go live, like we will next week for Tyson versus Paul. We are on all streaming platforms: Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, YouTube, Spotify, Amazon Music. We're on everything. Follow us. It's time for I'm Him. We really got to get a graphic for this I'm Him. Really got to get a graphic. I got to work on that. I got to get a graphic for this. Either one of you ready for I'm Him for this week?
I am. I'm Him. Goes to the AFC Offensive Player of the Week, Mr. Giant himself, Garrett Wilson. Dog. Catch of the year. Let's watch that again. He said, oh, give me Spider-Man. Josina Anderson said it best. Garrett Wilson is a mixture of Spider-Man and Simone Biles. Go get him, young fella. NFL in receptions and targets, third in yards. Go ahead, young fella.
Fun fact. This whole segment is named after me trolling Dylan about Garrett Wilson.
And
Because
guess
his
what,
rookie
Mike?
year, that's all Dylan would say. He's him. He's him.
But he's proven to be him.
He's not him.
How is he not him?
Him would, you know who him is? Devontae Adams is him. DeAndre Hopkins is him. Those are him. Justin
They're
Jefferson,
just different levels of him.
Justin Jefferson is him.
Those are different levels of him, but you can't deny what Garrett Wilson's doing. You can't.
He's a very good receiver.
No, you can't. Garrett Wilson's balling out of his mind.
Very good receiver.
Who's next?
On that level of him. Anthony's next.
I'm him. I'll have to give to Ben Johnson. I'm going to give him on him. What he's doing with that Lions team, unbelievable. I think it was the past 5 or 6 games, they have more touchdowns than incompletions. Just insane. It's like 28 to 24, some shit like that. Just they're averaging like 33 points a game. Jared Goff is just, he can't miss. Him and Amon-Ra St. Brown.
He's MVP of the league right now.
Yeah, he's MVP.
What else does he have?
He's MVP, Joe. Yeah, come on, Dylan.
There's a guy in Baltimore that has a lot to say about that.
I know, and who's a bigger Lamar fan in here than me? And I'm telling you, Jared.
Exactly.
Right now.
I like Baltimore. I like Lamar Jackson. Action Jackson right now is MVP. Just because what he's doing. That's where it's like.
I thought TJ Watt was MVP.
No, he should be in the conversation.
Oh, okay.
He should be in the
conversation. Which I agree with. He definitely should be.
TJ Watt should absolutely be in the conversation.
So should the Hulk.
Correct. You know who's not in the conversation?
Listen,
glad that ship is safe.
You ain't gonna have me not disagree with you on that. He's oh, that's another conversation for another day. Ben Johnson is behind him.
These things usually work themselves out.
But McCaffrey's back in camp.
Good. I need some fantasy points that he stole from me when he misled me, not telling me that he was injured.
God, I feel bad for him who drafted him #1.
Saquon Barkley is him this week because this play here is the play. Woof.
Jeez.
Woof. My goodness.
It's a phenomenal play.
My goodness.
How many points did he score on that play?
It's not play, yeah, but it's definitely phenomenal.
How many points did he score on that play?
Points of that play.
0. So 0 points.
Read about that Garrett Wilson catch. I saw it 3 other times last week.
You didn't see Jumpman.
I saw 3 other one-handed catches last week. Because that's what it was.
Jumpman.
It was a one-handed catch.
Everybody decided they wanted to watch OBJ tape.
And I saw it 3 other times.
And heads up, that catch is better than Odell Beckham's catch too.
It's not.
You want to know why it's better?
No, that's going a little too far. It's not better than Odell.
Okay, here's the thing that people forget about that Odell Beckham catch.
They lost
They lost that fucking game.
It has nothing to do with
that fucking
That has nothing to do with that, though.
No, that catch had no impact.
No, you can't do that.
No impact.
Can't do that.
It's not better than Odell Beckham.
I'm trolling.
And it's not better than this play because, for what I just said, I've seen Garrett Wilson's play before. I've never, Dylan, I will pay you $100 to find that. To find someone do that again.
A reverse hurdle? I don't know. But I called that on real time. I was like, wow, that's a great play. But again, I think
I love those Kelly Green jerseys.
That spin move was nasty. That's we getting in love with the hurdle, rightfully so. That spin move.
He did to do a reverse hurdle is insane.
He sent him to the shadow run with this.
I still can't.
Oh my god!
I still can't believe he had the balls to do that. Like he saw that corner going and not even try to wrap up and just dive at his legs. Like Like it's a great play. It's a great play. Don't get me wrong, but
I love those Kelly Green jerseys.
The Kelly Green jerseys are good. They're not the best jersey in the NFL. I'm very adamant on what the best jersey in the NFL is. And it's those Buccaneers cream.
I know you are.
I love those jerseys.
I'm with Anthony. I love those Eagle jerseys.
I love these jerseys too. Don't get me wrong. I'm a big fan of these jerseys too.
Everything.
But
the logo in the middle of the field.
Mm-hmm.
That's been
I could watch that play just over and over.
Over and over and over again. Over and over and over.
Tell you, Dylan. It's not Monday, but it's next Thursday. Washington at Philly. Next Thursday. That's a big game right there.
How about Amazon? How about Amazon next Thursday getting two? That's a cool play, but after a couple times, I've seen that before. It's a cool play. All he did was catch.
I don't know, Mike. The thing is,
that's going to be catching.
Mike, it's the Jordan. It's the Jordan pose, Mike. That's what makes it the play.
Like, this. He's an Adidas. He's about to get his contract bought out by Jordan because of this. Like, what are we doing here?
He gets literally 1 billion style points for this play,
and he bailed out Aaron Rodgers again. This is the second pass this game that he bailed out Aaron Rodgers on. The first one, again, this is Garrett's second one-handed catch this game. His second one-handed catch touchdown this game. So, shout out to Garrett Wilson. Himothy.
Those black jerseys are also really nice, too.
They are.
This is a new version of the stealth black jerseys, and this is the first time we've won debuting them.
That's all Dylan was talking about. I hate the black jerseys.
No, I don't hate. I think the black jerseys look cool, but fuck them because I was there when the original stealth black jerseys debuted. Again, Monday Night Football against the Cleveland Browns. Bad time.
Speaking of jerseys, first, how do y'all feel about those? My bad. Sorry.
Black Friday against the Dolphins. Doors.
Yeah.
No. By fucking Tim Boyle.
Doors.
You remember Roz actively fighting us, saying that Tim Boyle wasn't worse than Zach Wilson?
Yes. That's why
I'm
actively fought him when he said Zach Wilson's the worst quarterback I've ever seen. No, he's not. Because I've seen worse in a Jet uniform
this year.
This same season. I've seen it. You're
I said this shit. And I said this shit the second I saw him play in the preseason. I was like, I think Tim Boyle might be the single worst quarterback I've ever seen play. And all year, and Roz was like, no, he can't be worse. I'm like, no, Roz, he is the single worst quarterback I've ever seen in my life. So
it took me one game, and I was like,
and Tim Boyle still gets jobs. He still gets jobs.
How?
He's never in his high school, college, or professional career been good. How does he get jobs? Somebody find
there's crickets because there's nothing to say.
I don't understand it. I don't fucking understand it. We should change that to like Tim. Every time there's a quarterback, Tim. Unreal is fucking motherfucker. He sucks. Oh, Mike Evans had his first interview with the Steelers. He believes that the tenure with the Jets went wrong because of his inability to build chemistry with Aaron Rodgers during the offseason because of his torn ACL.
Or Aaron Rodgers.
That's not news.
Or Aaron Rodgers going to Egypt.
Huh?
That didn't help.
What?
Aaron Rodgers going to Egypt probably didn't help either.
Oh, what are we doing? Like, again, I will shit on Aaron Rodgers whenever it needs to be shit on. Like, I will be the first person to hold him accountable. I'm not going to hold him accountable for 2 days in August. Like, I'm not. Especially when he was there for all the involuntary stuff. Like, or all the voluntary stuff. Like, whatever. Stop it.
Did not help.
He wasn't there.
They're paying for it right now as we speak.
They're paying for much more things now than they are because Aaron's old and washed.
Oh God.
All right, well, let's wrap this bad boy up. Nice, great, smooth, quick show. Like I said,
I'm
now
surprised
that
we hung in there for an hour 40.
barely. We'll be back next week. We'll recap a good slate of NFL games, NBA games. The NBA in-season tournament starts next week, so I'm sure we'll be talking about jerseys and courts, and we'll see what dirty play Joel Embiid does next week. And then we'll get ready. Me and Dylan will more than likely have some Gatorade bets to put down because it's gonna be soy fight week.
Soy fight week.
Have you run through all the Gatorade I bought you?
I'm almost done.
It's wild.
It's been a few weeks, but I'm almost done.
By the way, sir. Don't think I forgot.
Oh yeah. That's right.
Yeah. Them boys.
That was a lot of Gatorade. It's a lot of Gatorade.
That hasn't been weeks. When did I give you that shit?
2 weeks ago.
Has it been weeks since 2 weeks? That was a lot of Gatorade. That was like 4 pack.
But I have kids, like children who have been helping me drink it. I had Janice to help me drink it. I got one right here. I'm still going through them.
Nectar of the gods.
All right, I still gotta get you one more pack.
Yep. Get me a zero sugar one next time. Thanks.
A zero sugar.
Aaron Judge one too.
He does owe me an Aaron Judge Prime. They have those at Target, by the way.
Yeah. No, they don't. I was there yesterday.
I just saw them yesterday. Don't do that.
I was there yesterday too. I was there last night.
Playboy, right where the Christmas decorations are, my friend. They got them right next to the iShow Speed ones. Don't do that. They
weren't there when I saw. I'm gonna get you a Mahomes one.
Right. I want Aaron Judge. They have them. I was there. When I go there tomorrow morning, I will go and I will take a picture of it and send it to the group chat. And you're gonna be like, that wasn't there.
It wasn't.
Tony walks into Target and doesn't know how to use his eyes. Because they're on an end cap. They're on the end cap right before the Christmas decorations at Target.
Fake news, buddy.
Well, from us to you, we say adieu and good night.